Yes, yes. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do it? You want to do it?
Oh.
Welcome back to How Not to Travel America, the chaotic chronicles of two stout-hearted Brits and their quest to travel from Boston to Miami as impulsively and spontaneously as possible in 30 days. You join us 4 days into the adventure after a calamitous stint on what can only be described as a tuna can of a boat, which had effectively advanced our position by 10 miles in 2 days. Despite our embarrassing position on the Long Island coast and the reluctant train journey that followed, we could at least say that we'd achieved our main goal, which was to start the adventure with a bang. This bang, however, and the heat, the waves, the lack of sleep and the gallons of alcohol that accompanied it had taken its toll on our bodies. New York was always going to be a port of call on our journey down the East Coast, even before we dreamt up the boat idea, but we were never really sure what we would do in our brief time here or where we'd stay. There were no baseball games on, and we weren't really too bothered about doing the usual touristy stuff in our current states, let alone try and find a Red Cup party to chug a beer in. We'd also gone wildly over budget already, so it was an incredible stroke of luck to have been contacted the day before by an old friend of ours, Killian. Some of you may remember the dashing Dubliner from his brilliant van build channel, but right now he just so happened to be over at Flushing Meadows working on a tennis documentary. No sooner had we arrived on the hipster streets of Brooklyn than Killian had arranged to sneak us into his swanky Williamsburg hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh mate, look at the view of Manhattan. That is epic, man. That's the Empire State and the Chrysler Building.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Good,
Gillian, how you doing, mate?
Hey
You
Tom,
good?
how are you?
I'm
Great
good,
to
man.
see you. We're trying to get the lights on. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, we had it dim. We were looking at the
Greg was
view,
trying to
mate.
make it romantic.
Yeah.
Do you need a drive to back up to? I have one here. I can make a copy if you want. Or are you worried about losing
like
your
as in a
cards?
hard drive.
Yeah, are you worried about losing cards or anything?
We are a bit worried, to be honest.
Despite working ungodly hours over at the US Open each day, Killian and his colleagues spent their evenings drinking at a local bar. The plan was to have an easy night that night, but thanks in part to a certain strip of green felt, those plans went quite abruptly to pot.
What do you think? Is it going in?
No.
What have you got to say for yourself, Killian?
All I can do is like apologise for the state that you guys are in for your adventure tomorrow. But I kind of don't really apologise that much because we've had good fun.
You'll also be lying in your bed till about 1
Yeah, you'll be
PM.
lying in my bed.
Yeah. And there it is. About to turn 4 a.m. 4 a.m. on the night that we were gonna chill. So
That's just when this bar closes. So what are you gonna do?
It could have been later.
You just get kicked out when you get kicked out, and you know.
I mean, undefeated on the pool
Stuff
table, but
happens, yeah,
there you go.
Once booted out of the bar, the plan was to go back to the hotel for some more drinks. But this plan was also thwarted when me and Greg saw an even bigger ball.
Oh, too much, too much.
We'd managed to keep the cue ball under control for 7 consecutive games, but we were struggling to do the same with an inflated one.
Too many gins, mate, too many gins. It's not going well, mate. It's real, I won't lie, it's not going well. Look how far Greg's... Look.
Hey, how many subscribers do you guys have?
At the moment, 1.1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
At the moment, it could drop. It could plummet. If they see our skills, it could plummet. He's
Where
from
you
Ireland.
from, cameraman? Show the
He's from
cameraman.
Ireland.
Show the
The
cameraman.
cameraman is from Ireland, but
Ireland.
I think you should tell us where you're from.
From Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn, you're a Brooklyn guy.
Yes, born and
This is your
raised.
hometown.
Yes, sir.
That's so cool.
Is the cameraman drunk too?
Yes.
Brooklyn's like what you see over here.
What is it like?
Like different types of people. It's like a melting pot. That's
Why?
what we call it. I'll show you why.
You show us why.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, yes. Do you see that touch?
Jesus Christ.
They call me Zinedine Zidane.
we're in the company of talent here.
Top, ready? Coming your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Nice. Oh, yes. Nice. Oh, I love it. We've been clucking to play football. Clucking. There's not going to be much footage from tomorrow. Believe you me.
Good night.
Good night.
And with that final clip from cameraman Killian, hi, future Tom here by the way, the GoPro had reached the end of its working day, and that was really, really unfortunate because yet again some things happened that would have been very good to catch on camera. Now, we did get the aftermath of this on camera, which you'll see in a few seconds. There's still some juicy footage, but what we did miss, what we didn't capture on film, was this. So after a few more minutes of kicking the football around, the ball went really high up in the air, and I tried to control it, and you won't be surprised to hear that the ball bounced into the road, but it, unfortunately for me, it bounced off the side panel of a car, a blacked out windowed 7-seater sort of gangster's car, basically, and you heard that familiar sound of the tyres screeching to a halt and then the car reversing back up the road, and it was like, oh boy, oh god. And two gentlemen got out who you'll see very soon. Fair to say they were pretty, I think they were gangsters of some sort, or whatever the correct terminology is these days. Anyway, they charged out of the car, particularly the one guy who you'll see in a minute who was very aggressive, charged towards our pack. The main guy saying, "Who threw that ball? Who kicked that ball?" And I stupidly thought that I could disarm the situation by saying, "That was me, I'm really sorry, total accident, mate. You know, if you were sober, you just wouldn't do that, would you?" But I was drunk and I thought, do you know what, I think any reasonable person would kind of understand, but of course some people aren't reasonable. But anyway, he came up to me and he threw the ball in my face, and this is the bit I really wished we would have had on film, because it would have made for a great little spoiler for next week, wouldn't it? But there you go. He obviously played basketball, this guy, because he launched the ball full pelt in my face, which is fine. You know, I've taken a few balls to the face before, footballs. And then he moved away from me. He knew that I wasn't looking to fight, so he just walked past me, even though it was me who admitted they'd done it. And he moved on to the rest of the group and basically offered everyone out. He said, you know, who wants to go? Who wants to fight? That's around the time that Killian, quite bravely and maybe quite stupidly, decided to take his phone out and start filming the incident. And that leads us to this moment here. Just before you watch that clip though, guys, I don't ask this a lot, but if you could give this video a like if you're enjoying it. They take a long time to make, and I'd really appreciate it if you could help the algorithm get these videos out there. Okay, here's an angry Brooklyn gangster.
One of the Steve accent, boy. Come on.
It was an accident,
What you doing
honestly.
stupid shit for? Yeah, play that game. Fuck with me. Wrong nigga. You wanna do it? You wanna do it? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's get it.
No, guys.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I hope you got this on film.
Fuck with the wrong nigga. Yeah, we're good. Ain't nobody gonna go. Stop it, shorty. Chill. One of Mind if I just say I don't think there's any need for that right now.
It was an accident, honestly. It was an accident.
I'm sorry.
We're terrible at football. We're terrible at soccer.
It was our fault. We're from the UK, man. We're not that good. I'm sorry that it hit the car. I'm very
It
sorry.
was genuinely an accident.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Please. All right, I understand that. Yeah, stop moving like my man's like that.
He's moving towards me,
All right, but stop moving like my man's like that. We out here. We out here.
Let's all have a good night, man.
All right, man.
Please.
Mind if I shake your hand? Oh, okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Stop aiming it, shorty.
I don't think they appreciate just how bad at soccer we actually are. But, you know.
Sorry about that.
That's content. That's content.
Yeah. Sorry, lad. Sorry. Welcome to New York. Hey, man. Fair play for sticking with that, man. Brave lad, man.
Back in the hotel room, we reflected on our nerve-wracking incident before sensibly calling it a day.
The deal was that we sleep on the floor, but what's going on? We just...
I think we just like, you know, we're all friends here. I think we just like accept that we're friends.
Yeah.
And we
Straight
always-
friends.
We're all straight friends, and we all just like get in the same bed and, you know, form one big spoon.
Yeah.
Greg being the middle spoon, Tom being like the little spoon. I think we're gonna have a good sleep.
I think so.
Someone get the loop.
When in New York, you know, you've got to just like, you just got to like embrace the local culture and like enjoy yourself, right?
Yeah. And on that note, we'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Red Raw. What's the time now? And what time have you got work, Killian?
10.
So you've got work in... So you've got to be up in 4 hours.
Yeah.
But nothing important tomorrow, right?
Yeah, just the men's final, yeah.
It's the major event.
Just the most important.
Just the men's US Open tennis final.
Yeah.
The dynamics of spooning can be very, very tribal and very like
Mate,
inflammatory.
move up. Mate, I'm not kidding. Fucking idiot. There's so much room, mate.
9 Guinness pint settles later, Killian went to work, leaving Greg and I to make the most of our only full day in the Big Apple. It's midday. We should be out in New York, seeing all the sights of Manhattan. But we are engrossed by the build-up to what is going to be an incredible opening day to the NFL.
Yeah.
We literally don't follow the sport one bit, but we're not moving a muscle.
Like Tom Brady coming back at the age of like 48.
We were joking, of course. We did have to sit up to eat our food.
Thought I was getting a burger, but never mind.
But basically, we'd traded another perfectly good day for a night of irresponsible shenanigans that we barely managed to film. Our plan the following day was to get a ride to Philly with a local New Yorker called Nate first thing in the morning, but he'd got his days mixed up. So as we gazed longingly out the window at the Manhattan skyline, the question was, how were we going to leave it?
We're looking at getting the train then, or a bus
Yeah,
to Philly.
I think so.
I mean, we ain't hitchhiking
Mate,
out of here. It's illegal and
No,
it's
God,
downright
no.
dangerous.
Yeah.
To grant Killian the spoon-free night that he surely deserved, we called upon another good friend of Greg's, ex-colleague Johannes, who lived back over in Brooklyn. After buzzing the wrong house for a good 5 minutes...
Fucking hell, man. Hang on. 5-7. Oh.
Thank God he wasn't in.
we did finally link up with the glowing German, whom naturally we ended up having a pint with. After this, we enjoyed yet another game of pool in an LGBTQ bar, where I was intensely quizzed on my pronouns, but you'll be pleased to know that we ended the night there and retired to Johannes's roof to get a slightly different angle of some apparently famous buildings we were supposed to visit.
Oh, there's the Freedom Tower. Yay.
Philadelphia is your final destination. Please take this time to gather all your personal belongings.
Sick. This is painfully Philadelphia, man.
I know, really.
Oh, whatever that is.
Beautiful train hall. That.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Colossal, really.
God, it's warm. Right, how's it going, everyone? We are in Philadelphia.
The very heart of it.
Very heart of Philadelphia.
Independence Hall here, where the Declaration of Independence was signed.
There it is, very historic building.
Yeah.
This also happens to be where Greg's girlfriend Ella, who you'll meet very soon, lives, and she's kindly letting us stay at hers for a couple of nights while we're in Philadelphia. Now, we have had a bit of a lull in filming while we're in New York. Obviously, there were a couple of juicy bits.
You'll see very soon. Yeah.
They've already seen that.
They've seen that already.
But we needed a bit of a recuperation for the hectic first 5 days. But the point is, we're back with a bang. We're heading out now into the streets of Philadelphia.
West Side.
West Side, if you must know. And we're heading out there to shoot some goddamn hoops. West Philadelphia to shoot some basketball hoops. Let's do it. Could end badly, but let's go.
That's right. To make up for the lull in intensity in the Big Apple, we plan to go straight in and attempt to tick off one of these 5 quintessentially American side challenges off our little list. But what exactly would this challenge involve? Well, because we'd be completely useless in an actual game of basketball, we thought it might be better to approach a group of local youths and challenge them to a long-distance shootout. We had the perfect location in mind, but first we needed to kit ourselves out. The plan, before this demonic figure came to our attention,
Oh dear.
That's good. Sorry, I'm not good.
was to make a beeline for the mall, where we would need a bit of guidance.
You're gonna see a guy with dreads. His name is Marcus. Also, tell him Jay sent you.
Jay sent us.
And then he's gonna find you that
Sort us
jersey.
out with free gear.
Well, you're not free. He's gonna get you hooked up with the jersey.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Sweet.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
What are you saying, mate? Couple of Iverson.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think? We just buy one 50% off. Probably worth
how
it,
much
isn't
they
it?
are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Marcus's jerseys were a little out of our price range, and even more disturbingly, Satan was still there when we got outside. With time a serious factor at this point, we tried our luck in the most quintessentially American store.
Oh, Jesus. That's insane.
And we were in luck.
Oh, yeah, 98, mate.
Yeah, it's extremely Philly.
That's alright, mate. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's like a good fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a perfect fit.
Do you sell basketballs as well?
No.
Okay.
But you can go right down the street. There's a store called Five Below. They'll have basketballs, all types of stuff.
Great.
Or the Target down the block that way. Target will have all that shit.
I'm trying to save that money by going to Five Below.
just saying,
Target, a
quality.
basketball is
So we do want a good one, actually.
Yeah.
They want a good one.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Maybe Target.
They want a good one.
No bickering now.
Receive the bag. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great
very
time.
Thanks so much,
Have a
man.
great day.
Yeah, appreciate it. Cheers, guys.
Nothing but net.
Bye.
Armed with a freshly pumped series ball from our friends at the Nike store and the name of a Philly legend on our backs, it was time to head out into the infamous Philly suburbs. We'd already been told by numerous people that we must not set foot in certain areas of Philly.
Looks like a table idea, mate. It is with a Macy's bag, mate. I know that.
It really
That needs to go right in the bin.
right away.
The area that we had in mind was meant to be a bit rough around the edges, but we were hoping that it would be worth it.
Okay, here we are in Overbrook. It's not an area that many of you will have heard of, but it's actually home to the school, the high school, where many famous an NBL player,
NBA, isn't it?
many a famous NBA player plied their trade, along with Will Smith,
Yeah.
which is particularly relevant.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna. Oh fuck!
Around there, I think. So
I'll follow you, mate.
yeah, I think just this way, and hope that we're greeted with open arms. To be honest.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this was the main question mark with this: is how are we going to be greeted? Are we going to find some friendly, not too dodgy people who are going to embrace what we've got in store for them?
I think we're gonna go with the idea that this is something that they love, and spend most days doing.
Yeah.
And we just want to come and find out what it's all about, and just
And just relate to them, and just get their faces on YouTube, basically.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Right, mate. I think it's time to get rid of that.
Get
garbage.
that right in the bin, mate.
Yeah.
See you later.
As you can see, we were itching to get on the court, and with darkness not too far away, we needed to get a move on.
Is Overbrook High School directly this way, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Second line?
Yeah.
Make a left?
Make a left.
All the way down.
Yeah.
The Domino's Pizza. That's what the Kobe Bryant gym, the thing out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Having been put right, we had time to grab a quick drink in a local corner shop where we got an unexpected insight into the early life of the man himself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's partly why we're here.
Yeah.
Shoot some b-ball in West Philadelphia.
Yeah, even though we can't play, we're terrible.
I graduated with my cousin.
Yeah. No way. What was he like? Nice guy.
Yeah. He used to come to my house every day.
What?
Down the street, down the street.
That's amazing.
I wasn't born, so I couldn't meet him.
No, yeah.
Well, it's great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
That was fast, man. You got it.
Oh,
Come on, you got it.
nice. Nice, man. Woo!
Yeah.
Just around the corner, though, the leafy suburbanness came to an abrupt end.
Greg, it's getting a bit rougher.
Rough,
I
but
think we took a wrong turn.
oh no, I remember the KFC.
I think that might be it.
Might be it. There's a park.
I think we found it.
Marching swiftly out of view of a street gang took us into a preschool playground area where we felt pretty out of place.
We're just coming to look for a basketball court.
Then we saw it.
Oh boy. This couldn't be better. Or worse, in a way. Oh wow, this is perfect. Hey man.
Right, man.
How's it going? Right, should we just get right in, man?
There was a family playing on the court closest to us, but the real action was going on over on the far court.
I feel like we want to get in with like the kind of like cool track.
We do, yeah, but we
At the
don't
older
know.
group.
And so it was time to see how our slightly strange offer would go down.
What we want to do is try and challenge some guys. We can't play basketball at all,
we're
just
shit.
to stress that. But what we want to try and do is get it in from the halfway line and challenge some like local guys. So I don't know if you guys would be keen for that.
Yeah,
or
you do it. If you get it in before us, you,
You
can
can
keep the
keep
ball.
the ball.
Yeah? And you'll be on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's the catch.
welcome to any friends to join in, like a couple of us, and yeah.
Yeah?
What's your name, man?
Mo.
Mo, Greg.
Mo,
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Tom.
What's your name, man? Omar, Greg. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
See, I ain't never tried GoPro before.
Mo, who insisted he film some clips of the recently revamped courts, and his crew were quite reserved to begin with, but things loosened up a bit when we got onto the court.
Cool. What's your name, man?
Nate.
Nate, I'm Tom.
How you
Tom,
doing, Tom?
good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Greg, man. Nice to meet you, Nate.
Yeah. I'm here. Good to meet you, man. I'm Tom. Okay. We're cooking now. We're cooking.
Oh.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
I'm on here, go first.
Oh, he's hit the rim. Oh shit, that's in. Oh. Okay, we've got to have a couple of goes.
Okay, you go.
This could be really bad.
This could be really bad.
Yes, sir.
Whoa!
So you push it from the back.
Yep. Run up, run up.
Yeah, we need to run up, man.
Go ahead, Nate.
One of you guys is gonna do it.
Oh!
Give me my ball. Give me my
Oh! First try. Yeah, I got that on tape.
Hey, let me see the ball.
I got that on tape.
Open the closed case, you already know.
That's it. Our work here is done, isn't it?
Yeah, we've done it. Well, we haven't.
I mean, unless anyone wants these, we could do another round. Oh, he's done it, mate, that's sick.
The youngsters had made mincemeat of our halfway challenge, leaving us little option but to take things up a notch.
So what we're saying here, you want the jersey, but it's got to be from the other side.
It's got to be from that point there. The heart, yeah, the heart in.
I'm not shooting from over there.
I back you, man. I reckon you can do it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do this.
Mine and Greg's only hope from this distance was using the overarm technique.
Nah, it's a lot harder than you think.
This is wishful thinking.
By this point, the big boys, whose game had thankfully come to a natural break, were starting to take stock of what was going on.
If anyone gets it from this line, they get the shirts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. We don't need them. We don't need them. We haven't got room in our bags. So.
It's got to be from behind here.
Yo, look. My fault, bro. Oh, he made that.
Oh man, he's got the power. Gets one of our shirts. Yeah, man.
Check for me.
Oh, alright,
Oh man.
At this point, our original idea of alternating attempts by them and then by us was well and truly out the window.
Do you want to go?
Yeah. Come on, you see.
But we were more than happy to stand by and watch as these guys got their eye in and relished our challenge. Greg tried his luck once,
Yo, he said he done. He said he done.
but we got the feeling that that might be our last attempt.
Oh! Oh! You're nearly there. Yes, yes.
Come on.
Yeah, Tom, hold that. Let me give my shirt.
Which one's gonna fit you better, man? This one.
That was class.
Mate, you're famous. That's gonna be seen by 1 million people.
Yeah.
Is that all right by you?
That's cool. Yeah.
And with that truly sensational swoosh that would have made Kobe proud, our work was truly done.
Yo, pleasure.
No, yeah.
Pleasure. Cheers. Cheers for letting us do that.
Bro.
Thanks for letting us do that, guys. Thanks. You.
GeoWizard, right?
GeoWizard, yeah. In December, this video will be released. All right, man. Yeah. Mate, we did it.
We did it, man.
Can't believe that. We came out to shoot some b-ball. Someone get it from the halfway line. Nearly the end of the court, man.
Yeah, nearly the end of the court, means further than the halfway line.
That last shot by the guy in green was sick.
Just plopped in, all net.
Nothing but
Just
net.
unbelievable. We were awful as well.
I got
mean,
nowhere near.
We didn't even hit the backboard.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, we had like 2 shots, so.
Yeah, I thought it would be quite regimented, like we go, they go, we go, they go, like a competition, but no, they just lined up.
Yeah.
They were hungry for those Iverson shirts.
Isn't it Irving? Irving.
Oh, shit. I hope I didn't say that too many times. Irving, yeah. J-man.
Dr. J.
Dr. Fuck's
Dr.
sake.
J.
Proper Philly experience that was.
Yeah.
A scary one.
Real Philly experience.
A scary one that still isn't over, but it was true Philly, that was wicked. That is a good chunk of our Philly checklist ticked off, man.
Yeah.
All we have to do now is eat a fucking cheese steak.
Cheese steak and
easy.
About it, yeah.
Yeah.
Not only had we just beaten the darkness, which was something that we were very keen to do, but we'd completed the challenge that we were most nervous about. I mean, I'm not sure what Will Smith's exact definition of shooting some b-ball is, or whether this falls under that bracket, but all things considered, we were very happy.
So where are we going?
We're going to the birthday bar.
Specifically Ray's
Happy Birthday Bar.
Ray's Happy Birthday Bar, the most quintessentially Philly joint you could ever wish to go to. South Philly joint, right next to a big, infamous grilled, what is it?
Oh, grilled cheesesteak.
Fuck, sorry, I keep getting it wrong. Philly cheesesteak place. And we're just gonna do both, aren't we? We're gonna indulge in both.
Have a few beers.
A few beers.
Some live music.
Watch this particular band, who are literally carrying an amp all the way to the bar. Yeah, it's open mic night.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time.
No, my parents went without me.
You've never been in this bar?
I've never been here. I've been dying to go.
Just gotta hope that it's good then, haven't you?
Yeah.
If it's not good, you can take it up with my aunt.
Okay.
And Ray.
Auntie who?
He's dead. Aunt Anna.
Ooh. Oh, Ray's dead?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's a... I was gonna say, where's Ray?
I was gonna say, mate, glad we got that bit of intel before going in.
Here it is, Ray's happy birthday bar. Look at that, man.
The bar was a proper locals dive. To give you an idea of how local it was, I was told to be quiet at the bar because everyone in the room was watching a game show called Jeopardy. So we joined in.
April is rustic, correct for 2000.
Reddy's good. Cheers. April's if not. I'm going King George III, so we'll see.
Who is Prince Albert? Yes, Queen Victoria, husband, Prince Consort.
Yikes, that's bad.
You guys should have gotten that one.
A couple of 100 years later than what I said, but this is gripping.
The open mic night in the other room wasn't quite as riveting, so we turned to the trustiest of entertainment sources.
Here we got Greg here playing GeoGuessr.
I hope he gets it so
What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon to that?
Got that and this kind of...
What are you thinking, Greg? He's never played GeoGuessr before.
Oh, girl, my heart.
This could be...
Oh, it was Estonia! It was Estonia.
I can't believe that. I thought that was Finland. Yo, genuinely, mate. I really thought that was Finland. I thought it was southern Finland.
So pretty much where I went.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we've got...
what's happening here, Tom?
We're kind of torn here. We've got Pat's King of Steaks. And we've got
Over there.
Gino's, which just looks
like a beacon of hope, really, isn't it?
So which one? I mean, Ella says they're both great, so...
Gotta flip a coin.
I think we've got to flip a coin. We've got to flip a quarter. Heads is Gino's. Tails is Pat's, because Pat is a woman's name, even though it's probably a guy. Here we go.
Go on then.
It's Pat's, unfortunately.
So I can't get anything annoyingly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's the only one that does vegetarian.
Oh, we'll go Gino. Sorry, so what am I ordering?
So you're gonna want to get a cheesesteak, American wit.
Cheesesteak, and what am I saying? Wit, and then American.
American wit.
This is your moment, mate.
American wit.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel compelled to do it in an American accent.
You're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to. Go on, hit it.
Can I get a cheesesteak, American wit? Thank you. Did you have to burst out laughing? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you want a veggie cut, as if that's like a specific thing. Thanks, man.
You Brits are so clueless. Yeah. And then one thing left to do, and that's to tuck in.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg's already tucked in, fair enough. Here we go.
Big moment.
Damn, homie. That's some good shit. That's good. Can't lie. I mean, look at it. But it does taste good. It's got, the bread's got a good doughiness about it, a good
It's
chewiness.
all about the bread.
9 out of 10 from me. Greg, how's yours?
A lot better than expected. Look at the density in there.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
And that is a wrap. That's pretty much Philly over, isn't it?
Pretty done. Right, Tom, how's that tasting, man?
It's I really appreciate this, Ella. Thank you.
Go on, go for another bite.
Dig in. You're so dramatic.
I do appreciate it. It's just very, very rich. I am fillied out. I really am. I'm filled up and I'm fillied out.
You don't need to finish it.
I will. I probably won't finish it. I'll probably get halfway down the shaft. And then let the white stuff ooze out. No, I don't know. I don't know, come on. I mean, what do you want me to do? Ella, thanks so much for having us and me. It's been really great. It's been a great Philly experience.
We'd heard negative things about Philly from folks from more northern climes, but I was very pleasantly surprised. Yes, it's a bit rough around the edges, but there was a charm that came with that, and a distinct identity that not many cities can really lay claim to. Regardless of what a nice time we'd had there though, things had gotten far too comfortable and predictable. It was time to leave the order of the city and head back out into the chaos of the countryside.
Okay, 5 minutes to go to get the train.
Thank you very much.
Great timing as always, Greg.
Timing, man.
Didn't get buried 10 feet under by Philly Tom.
Oh, he's there.
Oh God.
He's just there with like shovels.
Yeah.
There were just 2 events on this entire trip that we knew we had to attend. Events that would dictate that we be in a certain place at a certain time. One of them was a huge college football game and tailgate party down in South Carolina on Saturday the 24th of September, where we also hoped to crash a Red Cup party. And the other was a baseball game in Washington, D.C. on Friday the 16th, where we hoped to complete another ambitious challenge. Now, D.C. is less than a 3-hour drive from Philly, and we had over 2 days to get there. However, aside from our eagerness to escape the urban sprawl for a bit, there was another challenge on our list that could only be carried out in the luscious Pennsylvanian countryside that lay to the west of Philly.
We are heading into the heart of Amish country now. So anyone we see from this moment on could have a beard thicker than mine.
We'd been assured by several people, including Ella, that the town of Lancaster and its surrounding areas was the place to go if you wanted to meet an Amish person. So, with that in mind, this was our plan of action. We'd get off the train at Lancaster and begin our hunt for the Amish on foot, heading west along the old historic Lincoln Highway. Once we'd ran our errand, we would then attempt to hitchhike west towards the towns of York, Gettysburg, and Frederick. It was in Frederick that we had successfully sourced 2 bicycles on Craigslist that we planned to cycle to Washington on along the Potomac River Trail. The cycling part of this plan would be challenging, but it would be doable. However, with no guarantees that we wouldn't get stuck halfway to Frederick and no idea where we were going to camp even if we did get there, it was today's aims that worried us most. It felt like we might need a bit of a helping hand.
So this bike guy, the guy who we're buying the bikes off from on Craigslist, is increasingly showing interest in what we're doing, and it seems now he's actually heard of the channel. One of his hiking mates told us about it. So I'm really trying to butter him up, get him interested, because as it stands we haven't got a goddamn place to camp in Frederick.
Or a goddamn roll mat, to be fair.
No, exactly. So maybe he can like pick us up from York, take us to the camp shop, and we can camp in his garden or something. That would be incredible.
Yeah, or even just one of those things.
Even one of those
the
things.
latter.
Yeah.
Do you think there would be any like Amtrak conductors like yourself that would offer us a ride for helping out on the train at all?
I doubt it.
No.
Because management's all over us. The big thing is because we have to have our numbers exact, so if there's ever an emergency crews know exactly how many were on the train.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
After the conductor confirmed what we'd already been told, there was further progress with the bike man.
Put it this way, if you guys get stuck in Gettysburg or closer to Frederick, let me know and I can pick you guys up. I could actually host you guys.
Really?
If you like. I don't have any extra beds, but I do have plenty of floor space for you to set up your sleeping pads, which we don't have. And I have a huge couch, then I could send you guys off in the morning with the bikes. Mate,
That
this
sounds
is
very
sick.
good.
Trying to look now, here he is, mate.
What's it called?
Seems like quite a young guy. Wizard. He's called Wizard of the Trail.
It's gonna be a lot of hiking.
I'm sold. I am absolutely sold. He's the nicest guy ever.
Don't quote me on this, but I already think you'll lose him after a long through hike.
Heart of gold.
Yeah.
Absolute heart of gold, mate.
Even nicer than Evan.
Safe in the knowledge that we had a secure place to lay our heads down that night, even if it was some random guy we'd met on Craigslist, we could now focus our efforts entirely on the task at hand.
Well, we're in Lancaster. Let's get into the centre, explore, and the plan is to just walk west for a bit.
Imagine if we got an Uber and it was a buggy.
Feeling quite excited, man, about today.
I know.
Feels the adventure levels are high now.
It's getting out of the city, isn't it? And
Yeah. We feel fresh, we
Yeah.
feel revitalised, and we're ready for some good old action.
Good old Amish action.
Outside, however, there was very little sign of that action.
Eyes peeled for buggies. I haven't seen a single one here.
Beyond these very British-looking terraced houses was a small cafe where we decided to refuel and chat to some locals. Unbelievably, 10 seconds into our conversation with the bloke sat next to us, he realised that he recognised me from YouTube. Just to put that into context slightly, the last person before that who recognised me was Tommy. Lancaster local John did have some editing work to do that day, but once we'd filled him in with our nutty plans, he was keen to help in any way that he could.
If you were cool to do that, maybe taking us just to the west part of Lancaster, like 5 miles outside.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I
that.
just realised your food's getting cold.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me know. I'll be here for a while.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, John, great to meet you.
So Mountville, here we come. And why are we going to Mountville? Can you remember, John?
I think we're trying to find some Amish people.
Yeah?
That's all that we know as well. So.
John explained to us that our best bet of finding buggies and beards was if we head out of the city and into farm territory.
Didn't think about that.
Very Amish promising at the moment.
I haven't seen one buggy yet.
Yeah, normally you will.
Wondering if
I think because we're on this like business road.
Yeah,
if
we
we're a
need
little
to-
bit further south. Once we get to Mountville, we can like.
we can veer off slightly. Yeah.
Well, really appreciate you taking the time out of your
Yeah, absolutely.
editing schedule anyway, man.
I'm happy I ran into you guys. What a
Yeah. What a weird coincidence.
We are in Mountville.
We are in Mountville,
So
this random town that
This
we've
is-
selected on the map.
This Amishless town.
This beardless town. The only beards around here are me and John.
Horseless joint.
Yeah. This one horse town right there.
I'm gonna look at the map and see if we can just like spot an area that might be.
Yeah. I think if there's like a small road we could drive down and then
Yeah, I can bring you down to like.
and then we
here.
could just walk back to the highway from there and just see if we
Or
can
get a
find...
lift back in a buggy.
Well,
Imagine
that
That
would
would
be ideal.
be so
That
cool.
would be ideal.
Why don't I drop a pin like here in the middle of all these farms?
Yup.
It's not very far.
You're a lifesaver, John.
Yeah, John,
Oh, I'm
really
happy I
so
could,
helpful.
Okay, we're going off piste now. Heading up a hill to a farm.
To just a random farm.
That's all we can say.
We ain't seen one buggy.
I can't believe we haven't seen anything.
Feels like we're in the exact right area. It's like really weird.
Okay, so this is the intersection.
This is where we.
Okay.
I put into the GPS, so I can keep driving into farmland if you'd like, or I can drop you off here. I don't know if this is too promising. It's a little.
Yeah.
Mm.
The thing
hard
is,
to know.
going too far might just mean that we're too far from the. If we have to walk back, it'll just take.
Yeah, so I'll go west instead of further south.
Yeah, that would. But really, I mean, anytime you want to just call it quits.
Yeah.
No, I'm in for it now.
Gotta find.
Committee, you're committed.
Having done a bit of research on Amish people, but clearly not enough on where they actually live, I knew that a good proportion of them would prefer to be left alone and an even bigger proportion not to be filmed. The complete lack of buggies was not only disconcerting because we might not find one at all, but because if we did see one trundling down the road, we would presumably have to pull over and pester them.
So we're now heading, instead of just like harassing a buggy on the side of the road, we're heading for some sort of farmer stall, is it? The tomato barn. The tomato barn. Farmer's market.
Lovely place, but not a buggy. So shall I go and ask? Shall I just go and ask?
Yeah, go and ask Greg.
Sure.
Yeah.
What a quest. Well, if we buy some fruit, at least it won't be a fruitless endeavour.
So it's really quite eerie. There's not a soul around.
That is strange.
Like, I mean,
Just a
loads of
sea
things
of-
to buy and loads of things around, but just no body, no person.
And it's not lunchtime.
Conceding that we were probably just in the wrong area, with all the most heavily populated Amish areas actually being east of Lancaster, we meandered our way slowly back towards the Lincoln Highway. Getting a bus somewhere would have eaten into our already tight day, and we certainly didn't want to take any more time from John, who was genuinely flabbergasted at the lack of buggies.
I can't. I keep saying that. I honestly cannot believe. Because we'll just be going right in the middle of downtown Lancaster. We'll be just like driving a few blocks to go pick, pick up groceries or something, and there'll be a buggy blocking traffic for 2 miles.
Well, at least we've got on document John saying that.
Yeah.
We have been unlucky, not just blindly stupid. We tried, guys.
Yeah, valiant effort.
We tried and we appreciate it. I had fun.
Yeah.
I had fun. Just hope we can get a lift to Gettysburg.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know,
Really
man.
is.
I know.
Thanks so much, mate. Take care. See you, John.
Thanks, John.
Right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. See ya. Bye.
The Sheets gas station we'd ended up at was just west of Mountville on the Lincoln Highway, and judging by the big grassy verges and spacious hard shoulders that lined the road in this area, it felt like as good a place as any to hitchhike. Gas stations are always a useful resource to have nearby when hitchhiking, but it was almost as if this particular establishment was built purely to fuel our adventure.
It's blank inside. I don't know if it's big enough, but you're welcome to always look. You can have it. It's a gift from York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, thank you so much.
You really need, we really needed the Sharpie. So
All right.
It's about as good a gift as you could have given. Yeah.
Before we could put free pen to lovingly selected cardboard, a middle-aged worker called Mike rushed out and in utter disbelief asked me if I was the GeoGuessr guy. He too was an unbelievably friendly bloke and took about as much interest in our quest as was physically possible without keeping any of his customers waiting.
You guys know the history of this road, yeah?
Lincoln
This was the first highway, it was the very first highway across the U.S. Lincoln Highway. And it literally went from coast to coast.
Because we're planning to just sort of try and thumb a ride over there. Do you think that people do that here?
On this road, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on the highway.
No,
the highway, they'll stop. The cops will chase you away.
Yeah.
This day is phenomenal. We're in the middle of nowhere today, and we've met 2 fans already that have approached us. It's just got a good air about today.
Bloke, doesn't it, as well?
Bloke, yeah.
Liked him.
And he reckons that
we have a good chance on the Lincoln Highway.
good a chance as any on this historical road. Right, let's get this sign written up.
But then came another subscriber.
I said, do you know GeoGuessr? He said, yes. What?
I didn't even think about it. It didn't even click.
I'll get you.
All right.
All right, man.
Josh.
Yes. Good to meet you too.
Nice
to meet you, Josh.
As long as you're healthy. That's always, you're always hurting yourself by the end of every video.
No, this is more relaxed, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Josh.
It's great to meet you both. One good thing, mate, I don't think we're going to be kicked off here.
So welcome. Is that true?
More chance of finding an Amish person, I think. Well, I'm thinking, mate, if we just position ourselves here
they'll just take
and
us,
just
mate.
say hello to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big gas station, isn't it?
The sheer amount of good vibes that had come our way so far, albeit partly thanks to the channel, definitely made us feel like we wouldn't have too much problem getting a ride. Then, before I'd even finished the sign, Mike came back out with an announcement.
Josh and I will both take you down to Frederick when we're off at 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if we are stuck,
stop at a pub.
That could be an
that'll be awesome.
Excellent option.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
we'll try. But
slightly safer. I mean, not that I'm really worried about it, but
Yeah, that's a great option.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, thank you so much.
That's so kind, Mike. Thanks a lot.
So we can literally just relax the fuck out now. And just, I mean, it's a long time to wait.
Any Premier League on? It's like the right time. No, it's Wednesday, mate. It's Champions League on. At 3.
Get the hotspot on. Get the Wi-Fi. Mike, what's the Wi-Fi?
My lovingly presented sign was finally complete, but we now didn't really need to use it. We had 4 hours to kill until the guys finished work. We probably quite easily could have gone over the road and got ourselves a ride with a stranger in that time, and while that would have felt more adventurous in principle and more in line with what I had in mind, we decided it didn't really feel right in this case. Mike and Josh were really excited by the idea of our little road trip together, and quite frankly, a ride all the way to Frederick with a pub meal in historic Gettysburg on the way was a pretty exciting thought for us too.
We are getting towards the end of our shift here. Oh, we've only got 12 minutes left.
Oh, sweet.
Until Mike and Josh finish. Josh's girlfriend is joining us. That's a main update, but we've literally been recognised now 5 times in this, well, including John.
Yeah.
So 4 times at this gas station.
And not once in Philly nor New York.
No. I don't know what it is, but this is just a hotbed for GeoWizard activity. It really is. But we've met some really nice people.
Lovely people, yeah.
While we've been sitting here just eating excessive amounts of food. But yeah, we'll be on the road very soon. And I'm looking forward to the bit of a road trip with the lads.
Yeah.
Here he is. Here he is.
Here he is.
You're late. You're 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
Think about Mike.
Yeah.
He is.
He's gonna get it in the neck from me.
It's gonna be in big trouble.
It's all bullying together.
Put these in the bin.
Yeah. Fat lot of use they were.
Well, this is our ride. It's not the massive Jeep that we've had so far.
A lot more homely, isn't it?
It's a lot more homely, yeah.
You'll be a little bit of a tighter fit in the back.
This is what we're used to, man, don't worry. So we're going to see now. So Josh is going to ask us a couple of questions from the American citizenship test.
Yep.
To see if we would qualify, basically.
Yeah. First question is, what is the supreme law of the land?
The supreme law of the land.
Yep.
Is it the right to bear arms?
I love that answer.
I love that too.
What's your guess?
Supreme law, freedom of speech?
What's your guess? Oh,
Law.
sorry. I have multiple choice. I forgot the multiple.
Oh, okay.
There was an ad in the way. You gotta love that.
This is better.
Yeah. So A, the Declaration of Independence.
Well,
B, the Constitution.
Ooh.
C, the Mayflower Compact. Or D, the Bill of Rights.
I think it's the Constitution.
I'm gonna go with that as well.
Well, hey, you got the first question right.
Yeah! Howdy, partner!
How many amendments are there? 27. B, 101. C, 12. Or D, 10.
To what? Amendments to what?
The Constitution.
27.
Yeah, I would have to say 27 as well.
27. All right, you guys are American.
We're in.
Is it right?
Yep.
That's it.
That's incredible.
Somebody give me a cheeseburger!
Yeah.
Armed with the knowledge that we were as American as apple pie, we picked freshly clothed Mike up and headed for Gettysburg.
Check
The
that out.
oldest river in North America, and one of the oldest, I think it might be the oldest river in the Northern Hemisphere.
Really?
Yeah, very, very old river.
That is just
gigantic.
I wasn't expecting it
And
to
you
be
can
that
see down
wide.
there, there's wind turbines.
Yeah.
Mike's encyclopedic displays of knowledge, interlaced with more light-hearted pleasantries, continued happily all the way up to the outskirts of one of America's most historic towns.
So we're entering, where are we entering, Mike? Gettysburg. And why, what's significant about this place? For those who don't know.
Civil War.
Civil
the
War.
turning point of the Civil War.
Right.
One of the bloodiest battles, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, in American history.
Really?
Yeah, I love.
Only one civilian casualty though.
Really?
Yeah.
Across the Susquehanna, the Confederate Army would have advanced on Lancaster, but they burned the bridge.
Yeah.
So they engaged here instead.
Ah, interesting.
Right.
With Heart of Gold expecting us at around 8 p.m, there was sadly no time to explore the battlefields. There was time, of course, though, for some slap-up fish and chips at the alleged best Irish pub in Pennsylvania.
Here we are, Gary Owen Irish Pub. This is amazing. Well, cheers everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers. So funny.
After devouring 5 plates of almost British-grade fish and chips, we drove the remaining 40 miles down to Frederick, Maryland. On the way down there, Josh made us try a nostalgic childhood snack for dessert.
So we are eating something from Josh's past.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is my childhood.
Okay, I'll go for yellow. Cheers. Cheers, Mike.
Greg, what's the verdict, mate?
A lot sweeter than I thought.
That's Fruit Loops.
Incredibly sugary.
Oh,
But
100%, yeah. Don't eat a ton of these, even though
Almost
I eat-
tangy. To a
Tangy and sweet, but almost dusty.
point. Yeah.
And we got to know a lot more about the lovable character that was Mike, who actually had a rich background in advanced computer system development.
Same thing. Later on in my career, I had an opportunity to go work for a company who ended up being the biggest gaming computer. The slot machines that aren't physical, they're electronic. They write it.
Right.
I could have got in on the ground floor of that. I had no idea. Those guys are all millionaires now. They're all retired.
That's the worst part.
That's shit, isn't it, man?
But it's fine.
We got the sense from Mike that he was an intelligent man who had been through some rough times in recent years. His positivity and enthusiasm for life in the face of these events, though, was genuinely inspiring. Sadly, just as our riveting conversations about space and time were reaching mind-numbing depths, we had to focus our efforts on finding the next main character in the story.
Oh, isn't that too bad? What number were we looking for?
I don't know.
You have your child locked in the door.
No, I did not.
Hey man, how's it going? Good, thank you. Mate, we never got your name. Nick, great to meet you.
Cool.
We've been referring to you as Heart of Gold so far, but
Okay, yeah. That or Wizard, that was my trial name.
yeah,
so,
Wizard.
yeah,
How you
nice
doing?
to meet
Good
you.
to meet you.
How's it going?
man, Greg.
And seemingly at the drop of Abraham Lincoln's hat, we were saying goodbye to one group of friends, whilst simultaneously greeting a potential new one. Mike, Josh, Peyton, and of course John. If we didn't get chance to thank any of you properly in the chaos of the moment, then let us thank you now. We may have failed spectacularly on our Amish challenge, and we may not have hitchhiked in the purest sense of the word, but thanks to all of your generosity and that of our next obliging host, Nick, we were not only on schedule for another epic bike trip, but we could get our heads down in a hopefully secure place, thinking happy thoughts from another unforgettable day.
I think it's moving.
Oh my god, mate.
You see it?
Yeah.
That is one of the best, mate. That is. Oh.
Oh no, fuck that. Hold on. I got one more for you. Let him be this sweet. Oh shit.